The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. The Bruins will put total weather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show. This guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
To throw again. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is... Going past deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Got a man. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it on the line. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Bruins are marching down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must. Protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle.
Offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Slithers into space. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. Across the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield.
He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Huskers!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to set up the screen. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Peterson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right on the money. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown! UCLA. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Peppers. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. New set of downs after the completion. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Bruins! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant significant gap developed between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little extra time. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Heaves it on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Bruins will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Peppers. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw it again. Complete to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Peterson. They get him down at the 36, it will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Peterson. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Throwing right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Making side adjustments here. On third down, he drops to throw. Fakes to grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception. Has him set up in plus territory.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bruins come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen. Hooks with the tackle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The offense set for a first down play. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on in the second half.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Peppers. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, the next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Makes the catch. It's Wheeler. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gets it to him on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. And his throw is incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. The offense changing the play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Peppers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Finds his big tight end. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Gives it on the option. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Quick strike complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Bridges. Caught near the sticks, it's Wheeler. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Huskers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to keep it in the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Bridges. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory.
To the air, it's Bridges.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught over the middle. It's Peppers. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time, but just can't come up with a completion?
And back to the air on second down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Wheeler. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. And after this play, the cake will be baked. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.